Hello, hello. We are back. And I was talking last time about affection, but we'll learn more about that as the game progresses. Right now, we got some Mabari Warhounds, which we mentioned before. I freed them from their cages, and I might be able to get them to help me with these next upcoming fights. We'll just have to see. Usually, what I do is I try to draw them back. No, no, no. Come this way, brother. Come this way. I try to draw them back, and then maybe the Warhounds will come too. That's the way we do it. That's the way. All right. So you see, the Warhounds have a bar when they're fighting. They don't have a bar when they're over here. When they're not fighting. Also pretty good at fighting. All right. Can I get them without hurting the dog? Let's try it. I think I'm going to freeze the dog a little bit, but he's just going to have to deal with that. I promise I will try to cut out more of these fights as we go on, because they... Although, watching the dogs go to town on those Darkspawn is kind of fun for me. The Mabari Warhounds are pretty rough to fight, I mean. They are tough to fight if you're on the receiving end of their teeth. I guess I'll talk a little bit about some of the things that I pick up and I've been drinking that you have noticed me drink, but I haven't really drawn attention to. One of them is this blue potion down here, which is called Lyrium Potion. I use that to fill up the blue bar. If you look at the little pictures in the upper left-hand corner, my character is the only one with the blue bar because that represents what's called mana, which is spell power. And as I cast spells, that blue bar goes down, and when it's empty, I can't cast any more spells. So I take the lyrium, the bar goes back up, and then I can cast spells again. Everybody else has a yellow bar, which stands for stamina, which when they do a fighting skill, the stamina goes down, and when stamina is 0, then they can just do a basic attack, and they can't do anything else. As of right now in this game, there isn't anything to refill stamina, so you just have to basically go on 0 until it goes back up on its own. Another thing that I've been using is a lesser injury kit, which is something that you have to give people when they fall in battle, because what they'll have on their bars is it'll say something like a concussion, and they will retain the concussion until you do something like give them a lesser injury kit. That's only when people fall in battle. That's the only time you need that specific. These are called, in MMOs they call them pots, meaning potions. I'm trying to think of consumables. Consumables is what they are called in a broader sense. So those are the only consumables this game has. There's the heal potion, there's the lyrium potion, and there's the healing kits. Those are the only consumables. No. There's others, I just never use them. Okay, I actually have some of the other consumables in my inventory right now. Like there's acidic coating, which would go on your weapon, but you have to have a skill to be able to use that. You have to have a poison skill. Venom, Deathroot Extract, those are some of them. There's also consumables for what are called buffs. So, for example, there's Lesser Spirit Bomb, which increases your resistance to spirit damage. Stuff like that. I almost never use consumables in this game, again because I don't try the harder levels, in which those things would be more helpful and more needed, and also because your inventory seems so limited to me. I don't have the room to carry that stuff around. But anyway, I think we're at the top level, so now we are at a very important point in the story. Let's get to that fire. All right, I'm gonna try to get Alistair here to use his tank skills to hopefully grab threat from this guy. Right, because my girl needs to go from range. If she doesn't attack from range, she's gonna die. Plain and simple as that.
I shall do it.
Let me see. I got a new skill, which is Mana Drain, but it won't work on a beast, so I'm not going to do that. He's going to throw a rock at me. I'm going to run away. And now he's going to chase me down. What a jerk.
Away with you.
All right. Well, there is one thing I can do, and that is I'm going to use my my Cone of Cold on him. Take that.
It shall be done.
Oh, come on, bro. Don't tease me, bro. I can just run in like a small circle. And the melee will have to attack. Can still attack him, but he can't attack me because I'm not close enough. Ha ha. People, take your healing potions, please. Alright. Come on, just attack him. Just attack him, please. Yeah, this is kind of silly, but I don't have enough powers to survive him hitting me right now. Alright, but I do need to heal my bros up. Come on, Alistair, threat. Draw some threat, bro. There we go. Oh, this lowly tower guard is the one who gets the kill shot. With a mace, no less.
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Yeah, why does Alistair think that if we miss the signal... If we miss the signal, then what's the point of lighting the beacon, bro? But whatever. We're going to do it because Alistair's ranking here.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
Run in a circle, King! Run in a circle! I'm sorry, I shouldn't introduce levity into this scene. The king is dead. It's very sad. Even if he was a duffer. And that, King, is why you don't stand at the forefront of the battle without enough reinforcements. I'm sorry. He was a very good king, cough, cough. I feel very bad.
your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
I remember you, the girl from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds, where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
I remember being overwhelmed by Darkspawn.
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friend, you mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
I have some questions, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe here? Where are the Darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Much, much higher.
What a sensible attitude. Mother is seldom sensible, however.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Yes, please.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and Darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
Why did Terran Loghain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm not, thanks to Morrigan's mother.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these Darkspawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
It changed when most of them were slaughtered.
If you think small numbers make you helpless, you are already defeated.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Alistair's the Grey Warden here, not me.
All Grey Wardens in Ferelden are gone. Except for us. I've lost everyone. For the love of the Maker, don't back out on me now.
This is a lot to take in all at once.
Duncan was like a father to me. I won't let his death be in vain. But I can't do anything on my own.
Will you help us fight this blight, Flemeth?
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Arl Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Perhaps we could go to him then.
I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keep in mind that Loghain was also an honorable man.
The Arl would never do what Ter Loghain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Arl Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
Surely there are other allies we could call on.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
I doubt it will be as easy as that.
And when is it ever?
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against the blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Was this your idea all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
She won't come to harm with us.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, I prefer for you to speak your mind.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
We need all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
I think we should just get underway.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
All right. That's way over my normal time, so I'll see y'all later.